unveiled a long-awaited proposal today to open up the nation's skies to unmanned commercial drones. Dozens of industries have been pushing for permission to fly drones, from movie studios to oil exploration firms. Currently banned, they're one step closer to getting permission to fly now. Here's NBC's Tom Costello.
It's the beginning of what may turn out to be something of a drone invasion. From realtors hoping to sell million-dollar properties to farmland surveys, TV tower inspections, news gathering, and movie chase scenes. Today, the FAA released its proposed rules for commercial unmanned aircraft systems, or drones, 55 pounds or lighter. They'd only be permitted to fly during daylight hours, under 500 feet at 100 miles per hour or less, and 5 miles away from airports.
Listen.
Pilots would have to maintain constant visual contact with their drones and be required to hold a new FAA flight certificate.
We have a responsibility to ensure that the national airspace system is safe for all users as well as for people on the ground.
All right, so nice and stable.
Already, the nation's top aviation schools are teaching a new generation of pilots, starting small.
We're about 2 miles south of Tornado.
Then getting into military-sized drones. When you're first learning how to fly this thing, what's the biggest challenge?
I would say the biggest challenge is the positional awareness of the aircraft. So whether it's flying towards you or whether it's flying away from you.
But the FAA is also concerned about the number of close calls between drones and passenger planes, including this one last weekend at LAX.
One of those radio control helicopter things that went right over the top of us at 4,000. Over the top of you at 4,000, roger that.
And just last month, an unmanned drone crashed onto the White House lawn. Today, the unmanned aircraft industry said the FAA's proposed rules make sense.
We're going to keep them under 500 feet. We're going to keep them line of sight. And we're going to keep them away from airports and essentially away from people. So there's a lot of value that can be created with that alone, and we think that this is a good way to get started.
All these proposed rules would apply to commercial drone use. Hobbyists who fly drones are still required to stay below 400 feet and at least 5 miles away from airports. Also today, President Obama issued new rules that limit how and when government agencies can use drones, laying out First Amendment privacy protections. Lester?
Tom Costello in Washington tonight. Thanks. Now to a problem hitting